For the purposes of today, my name is Professor Van Winkelhorn, and I have come here to talk to all of you about a subject that is very close to all of our hearts, and that is the zombie apocalypse. I'm going to begin by quoting from Wikipedia. A zombie apocalypse is a widespread, usually global, uprising of zombies that are hostile to human life and engage in a general assault on civilization. Usually, the cause of a zombie apocalypse is a plague or virus that is passed from zombie to victim, meaning that if you get a bite from a zombie, chances are you're going to become a zombie too. Now, the plague will swamp normal law enforcement and military organisations, generally eroding civilization as we know it, until there are only a few pockets of survivors remaining, scavenging for food in a hostile environment. Or Greggs. So, how do you identify a zombie? Well, zombies come in many and varied forms. If a tall, thin, slutty girl guide becomes a zombie, she will be a tall, thin, slutty girl guide zombie. And if a small troll-looking man becomes a zombie, he will be a small troll-looking zombie. If the cast of Hollyoaks becomes a zombie, we probably won't notice much difference. Generally speaking, their flesh will be grey, so think Liam Neeson rather than David Dickinson or the cast of Strictly Come Dancing. But, as Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn showed us in Death Becomes Her, zombies can fake tan, and so you do need to be vigilant. In addition to their greying skin, they will often bear the markings of their death. So, they might have bloated skin and wet hair if they drowned, or fire damage, or a big axe in their head. That's just some examples that I thought of. Usually, they will stare straight ahead, and either they won't speak at all, or they give only monotone grunts in response to stimuli. It may be that there are zombies amongst us and we just don't know it. So think carefully about people that you know, people that you work with, and people that you're sitting next to tonight. Usually their movements will be slow and awkward, and we call that the zombie shuffle. The good news is that you can run away from them. Okay, most of you can run away from them. Now that you've identified your zombie, you need to have a survival plan. Step one is get a base. A fort would be good. Something that's round so you get 360 coverage for your lookouts. But statistically speaking, you are more likely to end up in a Costa. Once you've got your base, you need to think how you're going to get there. Probably the trains are all delayed because of a landslide. Arguably, bus drivers are zombies anyway, so you might want to just avoid public transport altogether. When you get to your base, you need to be able to defend it. So you need weapons. Now, there are two ways to kill a zombie. The first way is to separate their head from their body. For this, you could use a spade or a cricket bat. It has come to my attention that no one is taking notes, but other examples are axe, knife, rolling pin, curtain pole. You are going to regret not having notes. The second way to kill a zombie is to destroy their brain. If Piers and Jeremy are not available, then you could buy a Tulisa album. When you get to your base, you're going to need lots of food. Think about your core food groups of chocolate, crisps and cheese. And you're also going to want to have lots of wine, because if you don't have lots of wine, you might as well just get bitten by a zombie. Thinking short term, you are going to want to tweet about what's going on, so make sure that your base is in a BT Wi-Fi hotspot. That is where Costa has the edge over a fort. Thinking long term, you are going to think you need something like Monopoly, pass the time. Essentially what you're doing is waiting the zombies out. You need to wait until all of the zombies die again, or until the Americans bail you out again.